morning, Sierra Vista. My name is Patrick.
And I'm Alejandro. Today is Monday, January 30th, 2017.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may now be seated.
8th graders, do you know what high school you're going to be attending next year? There is a list of students who will not be going to Canyon High in the display case by the counseling office.
Please come check it out and see if your name is on any of the lists. If you have any questions or concerns, stop by and see Miss Horman in the registrar's office.
Mr. Nauman's 7th grade after-school math class is meeting today at 2:15 in the portable 620. Today in clubs and activities, the photography club will be meeting in room 301 at lunch. See you there.
Now here's another episode of Between Two Books and another episode of Getting to Know our Sierra Vista staff.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Mowry.
And I'm Miss Stouch.
And we are Between Two Books. Welcome back, readers.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
I got this cool quote cup for Christmas.
You got a quote cup?
Yeah, it's awesome.
I got coal.
So what did you read over winter break?
Well, I did make a New Year's resolution to try reading books out of my normal genre, out of my comfort zone. And since I enjoyed watching football so much this season, I thought I would look into Mike Lupica, who doesn't have a series, but he writes so many different sports books. They all have a male protagonist. They're usually teenagers, junior high or high school. And he has books that are basketball related, football related. I liked this one, Jake Colin. He's got to live up to his dad and his brother's legacies. His dad used to play in the NFL. His brother's varsity and team captain, but he's not really into it, so I'm kind of curious to see where that one goes. This one, Heat by Mike Lupica. Michael's got a stellar pitching arm. He's great. He's on the varsity team. He can throw fastballs like nobody's business. But that's the only thing he really has control of in his life. Outside of life, he's newly orphaned. He's got his brother and him are into the foster care system, and he's kind of losing control. And now suddenly somebody else just showed up, and they can throw better and faster and stronger than him. I know. I don't know what he's gonna do. Push-ups or something. Build up those muscles.
More push-ups.
Yeah. What do you got?
Okay, so last year, Mr. Mowry was chaperoning the choir field trip to Disneyland we take every year, and he noticed one of my students reading a book, and he said, "Hey, what are you reading?" And she described it as, well, it's kind of like Cinderella, but in space. So he came and he told me that, and I was like, what? I had to read this book, Cinderella in Space. Well, this is the second book in the series, but they're called the Lunar Chronicles, and the first one is Cinder. And Cinder is pretty much like Cinderella, but in space. But the cool thing is, the main character is a half cyborg, half human.
Cyborg.
Like a robot. It's so cool.
I think we have a few here on campus.
I can think of some. Maybe your teachers. Okay. The second book, Scarlet, is basically about like the Little Red Riding Hood. And then we have Cress, which is like Rapunzel, and Winter, the last one in the book, which is like Snow White. And what's so amazing about these books is that they make the fairy tales super futuristic and kind of play with the concepts of the fairy tales themselves. I read them. There are 4 books. I read them in 4 days over winter break. It was unbelievable. And I read Fairest, which is the villain's tale, and Stars Above, which is a short story collection that goes with the books. Oh, it was awesome.
These are really cool because it's the same fairy tale, just in a different setting and environment. It's really neat.
And the author weaves them together just right.
And that is a series. Again, these are not a series. There's one more thing that we wanted to remind you guys of.
Yes, the CYRM Book Club. So if you are interested in reading any of these books, you can talk to Mrs. Fullerman in the library. And when are they supposed to vote by, Mrs. Stouch?
I believe April 1st.
April 1st, April Fool's Day. Read y'all books, get your vote on. Mowry?
Stouch.
Out.
Seventh graders, medieval time sales officially ends last Friday. but we still have 17 spaces left on our final bus.
If you miss your chance to get your spot on the Medieval Times trip, you may still have a chance, but you have to act quickly. Turn in your money and permission slip at the ASB window as soon as possible.
That's all for today, Plainsmen. My name is Patrick,
I'm Alejandro.
and this is Sierra Vista Life.